Hey, babe, is now a good time to talk?
Now's a good time to have an unfiltered conversation.
It's your boy Keon,
And it's Marissa.
and welcome back to another episode of Marquee Unfiltered, where we keep it real, raw, and unfiltered.
So, you guys, we made it to season 2.
It's 1 year of Marquee Unfiltered. Look
Yes.
at that. I can't believe that it's been a year that we've been sitting here dropping a pod
Right, we've been
already.
podcasting.
That we've been podcasting. I want to say that in the year, um, we just took the month of January off. I think from
Yes.
podcasting.
Well, we had a lot of things.
We got a lot of stuff going on,
January.
and I think January is like our planning month,
Yes.
and then the rest of the year is execution. So I think a lot of times in January there's not a lot of execution in the front end, but there's a lot of execution on the back end.
Bacon. Yes.
So I want to say that we took January for that, and now we're here for season 2.
Yes. And we have a lot of new things launching. Some things have already launched.
A lot.
Yes.
It's been a lot going on,
Marquee
right?
Travel Co.
So we got Marquee Travel Co., which is our new travel agency, and we'll be dropping um, like travel deals
Yes.
starting soon.
Starting
Um,
soon.
so starting soon, we'll have the travel deals. We started with one, right? A deal to our wedding in
Yep.
Jamaica. So we started with one travel deal, but we're looking at putting some travel packages together. It's just starting to have some travel deals going down. So that is one thing, Marquee Travel Co. And then there will be travel content coming
Yes. With that.
to go along with that. So you'll see our travel journeys too, to kind of go
Yes.
along with the Marquee Travel Co.
Absolutely. And then we have Marquee Notary Services. So I became a notary in January. So it was, like I said, we be doing some things
Behind scenes to
behind scenes to
prepare.
prepare for the execution and the bigger goals and plans.
hmm
So
So we did that.
we've been busy,
And
y'all.
now we're launching Marquee IT, which is like a relaunch of Keto IT. So, like anybody that knows me knows I work in IT. I've been in technology for 14 years now. I don't know, it's been a minute, 13, 14 years now. I've been working in technology. So now I used to have my own business, Keto Tech, and I stopped because I started like working part time at Apple and was doing so much other stuff. Um, but we're kind of relaunching that under the Marquee brand. So we're going to have Marquee IT, where we're going to go back to bringing back IT support for small businesses and home professionals. So just kind of getting back to the roots and getting back into providing like that level of technical support, setup, and technical education to educate everybody on their products. So we're going to start the episode with a commercial on all the Marquee brands now.
Yes.
We still have Marquee Rentals. So we still have the rental service on Turo. So you guys can still book cars through us and get your rentals. And what else?
We still have the podcast.
Still have
We're
Marquee
here.
Unfiltered and all of the content life period, right?
Yes, the house is
So you
still
guys have been
going.
seeing the house,
I
right?
just posted a
And the
video.
Marquee Moments Life Under Construction. So yeah, that video just dropped this week. What else is going on? I want to say like, is that all of the brands?
I feel like that's all the
I
brand.
feel like that's all of the brands. We
All
have
the
not
brands.
dropped any new merch in a while.
Yes.
So
I have to get
we
back on that.
are getting back into our merch game. We did take a kind of a hiatus from it. Like our merch store is still online, but we weren't doing enough to get sales. So we're kind of going to relaunch the merch in a different way. But just expect merch to come back and come back
Yes.
harder.
And stronger.
And then what else has been going on in life? Other than that, I think that we had a good January.
Yes, we took a vacation
We did take a vacation,
the first part of January.
which was really nice.
Yes, it was really nice. We had a lot going on in January. First of all, we got 2 birthdays. And then you just getting over Christmas. So we got two birthdays. So first it was Callie's birthday, and she had a birthday party. She turned 9, and then it was Keon's birthday. Not gonna release his
And
age.
we went to Jamaica.
And we went to Jamaica.
And we actually extended that Jamaica trip
We did.
while we were out there.
We stayed an extra day, y'all, because we were just so yeah. But we
We
can stay
needed
an
that
extra
extra
day.
day.
We needed an extra day, but it was very fun.
We needed that time.
Yes, because we are always on the go, so it's just nice to have some time together with like no real
To be alone,
responsibility.
have some sex.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
What?
That we're two people that have sex, right? But look how you get when it's time to talk about sex.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm getting better. I will say that. Because,
Mm.
at first I was like, oh my gosh, it's a lot.
Why do you think it's easier to have sex than it is to talk about sex?
Because I'm just a person that just do it. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, let's just do it. Like,
Let's just do it. I don't want to talk about it.
yeah.
Well, you know what? I think let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
So that's not where I was going with that. I was definitely going down the TLC, T-Boss method, and I was thinking, I was definitely thinking the TLC, like,
No.
let's
You know
talk
I'm going to pull
about
out that
sex,
Pretty Ricky, Ricky,
baby. Yeah, no, I was
Ricky.
not thinking about Pretty Ricky
Nope.
at all.
I don't know
Yeah,
why. You
was
already know
not
I'm going to
thinking
bring that
about
out.
Pretty Ricky at all. So that just shows where we are
In age.
in age.
Yeah, Papa.
I don't know about that, but just a little bit more seasoned
But I
when
be
it
cooking like
comes.
somebody's grandmother.
I
So,
mean, I have gained a little bit of weight. I have gained a little bit of weight. You know what I mean? That custom suit fits perfect though.
yeah, the custom suit, y'all. See.
See, just gotta finalize these shoes, but the sweating outfit,
That's another thing, y'all. We've
my
been
big one.
still planning for the wedding.
They're my big one. Definitely still been in like wedding mode. Like we got a couple of things to do, and it's getting crunch time, and it's like they need to be done
Yeah, so we're going to take time to do it
this weekend.
this weekend.
Right? It's an
Yes.
extended weekend. It's President's Day. It's Valentine's Day. It's going to be making love and getting busy with wedding stuff.
Yes. But speaking of making love,
Well, before you go there, let's get into rapid fire, 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 fire.
fire.
Well,
All right, let me get the
she's
drawers.
been kind of introducing it kind of whack, so I thought I'd bring it
Boy,
back popping again.
please.
Your
You
old
could
rapid
never.
fire. All right, well, you do it. Introduce it. Go ahead.
Rapid fire, fire, fire.
I don't know if that was it.
Just pick a question. Brother.
Brother,
Brother, man.
is sexual compatibility real or created?
Real. I'm answering. You supposed to answer.
Is that how this works? I thought I asked the question. Maybe I am supposed to answer it. I forgot. Look at that. Season 2. Welcome back. Nah, for real. I think sexual compatibility is real, right? Because sometimes like compatibility is created, right? Is sexual compatibility real or created? I think it's created, right? Because I think that you can teach what you want in sex and like what you like, right? I think that it requires communication. I think that it requires you to be open and honest and be comfortable enough and vulnerable. But I think that you can teach the compatibility to work.
Mhm.
That's my answer.
Okay.
You want to answer? You sound like you have an opinion on
I
that one.
said I don't agree. No, I
You don't
think
agree?
it's. I think that sexual compatibility. Ugh. I do agree with you that you can teach, but I think that it has to be some sort of start. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be something there
The first time
before.
it just said that's not compatibility though,
I don't know.
right? Because I think that's how I first thought of it too, right? But you're saying um, attraction. Is there sexual attraction?
No, because I don't. I feel like I could still.
Compatibility. The first time you have sex sexually, like usually, what determines compatibility on the first time? You know what I mean? Like you're not really
I do feel like you. Okay, okay. So I will say sometimes I do think it do be like that thing. You know, we gotta try it again because that was the first time. You know, you both like
right.
awkward. Blah blah
So
blah.
that's what I
But
think. Like so that's
so
creative.
yeah, I guess I don't know.
That's
I'm
my
50-50.
opinion. I can see some points of it being.
Yeah, I'm
I
like
think
50-50.
certain things are like natural, but I think like you. I think when you say it's real, I think it's the learning of like the response over time. Like I think you say that because like a lot of times you don't look at it as having a conversation, but like when it really come down to it, a lot of stuff was us having conversations,
Yeah, I mean, it was convers. I guess.
right? Because
Yeah.
even like for you to try certain things, it had to come about like
Oh, we talk about it, but it's not
right. That's what I'm
there.
saying. So like
Yeah.
when I think sexual compatibility, right, and you say is it real? A lot of stuff that happens now is because we had to talk about it,
Yeah.
right?
A
Like I'm just
lot of
saying.
stuff. You guys say a lot of stuff.
Oh my lord! Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off.
Next question. Is sex more physical or emotional for you? Emotional.
Emotional. Oh, I already know the answer for you.
What's your answer?
It's emotional. I think it's emotional for everybody, really. You might
I
have
don't think it's for
sometimes we have
everybody
physical sex.
because remember we was watching Love After Lockup and that girl was
Oh, I guess
hooker.
that's true.
So I don't think she
I
had
guess you're
no.
right.
Yeah, I don't know. There's
Maybe
no
when she
emotions
makes
attached
love.
to it.
So, what's more important, chemistry or communication? Uh,
That's hard.
that's a hard one. Sexual chemistry or the communication?
Mm. Well, sometimes I feel like you had to have the communication to have the chemistry.
sometimes,
Sometimes the
sometimes,
chemistry is already
sometimes
there,
the
and then you
chemistry is
just
already
build
there.
on
I would
it.
say communication. I think communication is probably
But you
what
know
makes
what?
it.
Now that I'm sitting here thinking, it's probably majority like it's already there, but you just gotta enhance it more. I don't
That's where
know.
the communication comes in. It
True, like you need both.
you need both.
So I
Yeah,
don't know.
communication
It's a
might be
hard
more
one.
important.
Yeah, communication
You
though.
can build chemistry off of the communication, like you said.
True.
These are pretty good questions.
They are. Does intimacy automatically improve over time?
No,
No.
because it might not change.
I'm gonna say no. I, I mean,
Automatically,
that's why I'm not gonna say automatically. It would have to be things I think that you know you feel comfortable. Like let's just say you start off, but doing. You're not being okay. You're not being as freaky as like taking it to the max. But you know, over time, you become more freakier.
right?
But I think that also requires work. It's not just like you just going over time and it's just
I don't, I think yeah, I think it requires work because sometimes like even with time, right? Like especially like if it's something that y'all never tried before or talked about,
right.
then you might even with time you still gonna be like,
I don't know
can
about
I
that.
pull that out? Like, can
Yeah,
we try that? Like, how they gonna feel about that?
right.
So I think I don't think I just think no, it does
Yeah,
not
no,
automatically
it's
get
not
better over time.
automatically because it takes work. That's why I'm like, no.
Yeah, work or communication.
Yeah,
Like a lot of times, like I think in the long run you realize like, we gotta talk about sex.
you do. You want to do the last one?
Sure, I can do one more. feel like I answered all of yours too. These were so good. It's like, how do you not answer it?
Yeah, these were pretty good questions.
Have you ever pretended something felt good when it didn't? You added this one in there yourself,
No.
man. Yeah. And then we talked about it after, and then it's
Um,
gotten better. Like, there's been things that we've had talks about. Like, I don't know if I liked it that time.
um, yeah. I mean, I feel like I agree. Like, it'd be things. It'd be like, yeah, we gotta talk about it. Like, I don't really. It just be like it's uncomfortable. It's
Yeah.
not. Well,
Like,
yeah,
it's been stuff that you told me.
yeah. It's just like I don't really. Yeah, but not in a bad way. But
Right.
you know,
But at the
sometimes
time,
shit
it's just
just
like you're trying to
start
just get through
things.
that
I'm trying to
moment.
avoid
Yeah.
cussing. Things just be happening and just be like, oh, that was a little
Hmm.
uncomfortable.
But you don't want to ruin the whole moment with it, so you just like, let me just move past
Let's
it.
move on. Yeah,
Yeah.
like we'll talk about it later.
Kind of just like, oh,
Alright.
we're gonna talk about that later. So it's funny though. We wanted to talk today's episode, and we wanted to say, let's talk about sex, right? But really, we wanted to talk about sex in regards to having that conversation about sex, right? And I think like we kind of, for me, I would like to start at the point of why don't we talk about sex? You know what I mean? And I don't mean just me and you, but like, you know, period as people, like, why do you think we don't
Um,
talk about sex?
I don't know, because sometimes it could be just awkward.
I think there's that awkwardness, but I wonder
Yeah,
what made sex awkward.
awkward. Like I
You know
don't
what I
know.
mean? Like where in time
Maybe
did sex
because
become awkward? Right? Because like if you
sex is intimate, though. It's supposed to be anyway. I feel like it's supposed to be intimate, so maybe people don't feel. I mean, people feel like that's an intimate thing. You need to. I don't think it should be like hush hush completely, but it's a time and a place.
so, but why do you think? Because like even me and you, I think
Yeah, I
now we
was
do a
like,
lot better.
yeah,
But
we
even me and you at a
better.
point of time,
But I used to be like, oh god,
yeah, like
clenching my
now you're
pearls.
a lot more
I'm a lot more open.
open and like sexual,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where like before it was kind of like schoolgirl, like nobody has to know I have sex. Like we don't even talk about that. That's not an open thing, right? Because even like I remember a time I was like, "Yo, you and your friends don't talk about that," and you like, "You and your friends do," and I was like, "Yeah." Like those
It's like
like
me and my friends talk about it, but it'd be like surface level. Like we don't be like, detail. Like we get a little detail, but not like, girl, how did he do? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
how
I think
was it?
like there's a level of yeah, we had sex, or like
Or
do
what
we
hole
talk
did you go
about
there?
sex? Yeah, like I don't think you got to be graphic while also being able to be detailed,
Okay, I agree. That's true.
right? So
I mean, that's true.
I think that a piece of it. So let me ask you this question: do you think that there's shame, right, even within relationships around the sex part, right? Because sometimes, like, just being able to have a conversation around sex, do you think that it's automatically meaning you're a problem, right? Like, so do you think that that causes tension in relationships because people automatically see that as, oh man, I'm a problem. They don't like me as much, or
Um, I think maybe what you mean, like cause you to feel insecure. Like if
mm-hmm.
somebody, I do think
Have
that
shame, yeah, be
because it
insecure,
couldn't be like, like I'm trying, you want to please your partner at the end of the
right?
day.
Or like applying pressure, right? Because now that piece that we just talked about was like the sexual chemistry, right? So that then could affect the chemistry because now you in your head.
Yeah, and you thinking about it
Mm.
more, like while you doing it. So
Like I hope they
I
like
never,
this. I hope that
yeah,
they
you
like
just be in
enjoying
your
this.
head, I
Like you
guess.
just in your head. So, and I think also though, what can force you to be silent is you're being afraid of hurting your partner.
Yeah, because you don't want them to feel like, oh, or beat themselves up.
That's
No, or
it.
just like you don't want them to feel bad, like, or you
Like
don't want to
no,
feel bad, like, oh, I hurt their feelings.
I hurt their feelings, and like now we're never gonna do that again, or something like
Yeah,
that.
or I don't want to try, or you don't feel motivated to try again.
But I think also though, like it just goes to like levels of vulnerability, right? But it's crazy to me that like you're vulnerable enough to have sex, but not vulnerable
Don't
enough
talk about it.
to talk about it. That don't like
It's
that's like it's
crazy.
really crazy when you really sit back and think on it, right? Like people are vulnerable enough to have sex, but not vulnerable enough to be like, hey, look, this is what I like, or like this is what I don't like, or like
And that was me. I've gotten a lot better, but that was me. I was like, oh, this is awkward. I don't know. This was
right. And
like
you used to say that to me,
cringy.
like this is awkward. I'm like, what are you talking about? We have sex.
Yeah.
So like you don't want to talk about like what we want in it or what that should look like.
I
I think now you're a
mean,
lot more open.
yeah. Now, I mean, yeah. But like in the very, very beginning, like very, very beginning. But it's
Mm-mm.
also probably because we was just like, you know,
No, I don't know. What you tell me?
well, we knowed each other for so long, but we never did nothing. So, we first started having sex. You go, like you said, you gotta build the chemistry and like, I mean, we had some, but I'm saying, you know, I gotta get comfortable.
Mm-hmm. So you think that people? So then, isn't that also bad? Right, like
But
the first time people have sex, if we really think about it, right, the first time people have sex, there's a representative. Like I can't bring out my full freak. I can't. I gotta get comfortable with this person first. I
well,
can't really
you just
freak
can't.
them,
I don't.
right? So it's so funny because like,
I just can't get that set. Like I don't know. No.
but then why are we having sex with them anyway?
True. You got a point. I'm not
You
knocking it.
know,
And sometimes you shouldn't be having sex with the people. And
that's all I'm
you shouldn't
saying.
be.
Sex, man.
But sometimes, it just happens. And then you be like,
Because then if that first time it wasn't as good, it doesn't mean like y'all can't never have good sex.
sometimes you just know it's never going
Sometimes I think you do just know, but sometimes
to.
I
Yeah,
think you
sometimes
don't.
it's just never
I
going
think, but I also think, right, like, one of the things that we learned in couples counseling, like, we don't have mind readers,
to.
right? Like,
Right.
you can't expect
People to read your mind.
people to read your mind. So, not having expectations of mind readers, can't expect people to read your mind. I think that you got to be able to talk about it or got to be able to kind of be more vulnerable in it. Because if not, you it could lead to bigger issues, right? Like it could lead to deeper frustrations. It could lead to deeper issues because now you just missing, right? Or you're
Or
not
you're not
happy,
fully
right? You're not fully
pleased.
pleased. You're not fully happy, and it's just like you having some lower resentment because now in your head you're just like,
I should have just said
this sex is
something.
bad. This
and
sex is bad,
you like in your head, I should have just told them, like, and
right?
then it could have possibly improved, or we could have tried something different.
So, in that, do you think that sex is an important part of a relationship? Do you think that sex has importance in a relationship?
I'm gonna say yes because I can admit me myself. I could get cranky sometimes. Like if you don't have sex for like a while, maybe like a couple. I'm gonna say a couple days because I feel like
What
we
is that? You gotta say what a while is.
yeah,
Everybody's
because
a
it's a
while different.
while is different in everybody's times, but it's usually like a couple days. The only time we don't really have sex is when on my period. But
Mhm. So I think that sex is important because it's in the Bible,
yes,
right? So I think that that shows how important sex is. So something that I learned is a woman releases. So all right. So the reason why they say don't have sex until you get married is a woman releases a bonding chemical only two times in her life, right? Like not two times period in her life, but like these are like the only two situations in a woman's life that cause her to release this bonding chemical. Do you know what those two times are?
sex and having a kid.
Sex and having a kid. Do you know why?
Um, well, the having a kid is that your child's coming out of you, you carry it. Sex,
So
um,
all of it is just because it's a bonding chemical. I'm just saying.
oh.
Because it's
Well,
a
I thought,
bonding
I
chemical.
mean, yeah, but I thought
So the
you,
sex part is because that's your husband. That's why they tell you wait
yeah,
for your husband to have sex.
and
It's to make your
that's,
husband bond to it, right? Because in the Bible it says to leave and cleave. So that's the point into why you leave your family and cleave to the new one. But
oh,
that's
now I
God's
understand.
way of helping that bond and cleavage happen. That's why when you stop having sex with somebody, that's really why it's so hard. Because that bond has been created, especially if y'all were having unprotected sex.
Mm.
And then when you have your
Well,
baby, because it's the bonding time, right? To make the baby bond with mom,
you know, y'all
right?
better stop bonding with all these people that y'all don't want to really bond with.
So that is, I think that is one of the most important parts. So that's why I think sex is important, right? But I think also, like you said, right, there can be frustration that kind of happens in a couple of days of not having sex because we just have sexual needs. That's just human nature,
Yeah.
right? Like Michael Jackson said, why, why, I just feel that human nature. Why does it feel that way? See, so it's the human nature. So I think that because we have that human nature, right? There's that need to have sex, and like you want that with your partner,
Right.
right? Like you want to be able to be open and just be like free as you are to be like, can you fuck me today? I'm
Not
joking.
you wasn't.
Well,
You was
sometimes
not.
you do say it like that.
Sometimes I do. Right. You want to say you was joking. You was not. You telling
Cause
them how I
you,
really do sometimes.
I got it. That's why we call it Marquee Unfiltered, real raw and unfiltered, baby.
Tell them how you be.
I don't be like nothing. I just started up.
No. Sometimes you be like, cause you didn't fuck me this morning. Like you didn't fuck me.
I'll be like, you didn't want to.
Oh yeah, you like you didn't want to fuck me this morning.
Right. And I think that sometimes, and not to say like use it as a replacement, but sometimes like when you're having a difficult moment or season, sex helps. Why you
It
laugh?
can.
It can help like at least like build or rebound. Like it might force you to like reconnect.
Yeah.
What?
You feel like that happened for us?
No. Why you do?
No.
I just think sex isn't everything, but it's also
It
not
adds a
nothing.
little.
It's also
It
not
is.
nothing. It's a little bit. I just think you gotta have that balance.
You do.
So if intimacy disappears, what replaces it?
Mm. Probably frustration.
What's a healthy replacement? How do you rebuild that?
Rebuild intimacy.
Yeah, like
Oh, you have to do.
if it disappears, right?
If it disappears, you have to rebuild it by spending time with you and your partner, and it doesn't have to be sexual things. Like y'all can go and have, be on a date and talk,
Mm.
like but focus on each other, look each other in the eyes, like
I think sometimes also do something that your partner likes,
yeah,
or wear something that your partner likes you to wear.
that too.
You know, that helps, in my opinion.
It does.
I'm just saying. What's so funny?
I'm laughing at George. I
So,
mean,
what do
yeah,
you
sure.
feel like? What's your view on the importance of sex in a relationship? If you had to tell ladies, what would you?
I think that
What's your spill?
sex is important. It's not everything, but it's important.
That's it. That's all you got for ladies. I'm just
No, I
asking.
really think that I'm really sitting here thinking because I really honestly feel that sex. Well, for me, well, everybody is different, so it's just like for me, it's we have to be emotionally there. Like I have to emotionally be there, and I have to
Right, but I
like
didn't
you.
ask you what gets you to having sex in a relationship. I'm just asking, do you think that? So, okay, if you're not emotionally there, how long you going on in your relationship? What's the importance of sex in your
Oh well, I'm
relationship?
gonna. It's important. I'm not. I don't think it's the top thing, but it's one of the top five things.
Right,
And I say that because like you have to be pleased, like, and then it's gonna be temptations. You don't want temptations or to fall into temptation when you can just communicate if you're not pleased or communicate that you are pleased. I think you should do
thinking that
both.
you are. I think so too. So let's go into that then, right? You say you think you should do both. Communicate when you are, communicate when you aren't. So I guess that more so goes into teaching your partner what you like,
Yeah. Um.
right? Like, do you? I think that it's important to teach your partner what you like.
I think it is too, and I think you could do it in all kinds of ways, and it doesn't have to be in a way of it's like awkward or somebody's feelings is hurt
Right,
a
because you
type
can
of
teach
way.
without criticizing,
Hmm.
right? Like, and I think like that's an important aspect of it, right? It's like I can teach them this, and I don't have to criticize them or like try to attack them. Um, I want to encourage.
Hmm.
I think that's an important part of it, right? Is being able to teach them in an encouraging and comfortable way, right? Like not attacking or just I think just being able to be more approachable
Yeah.
about
And
it.
yep. And the other person has to be, receptive and just really just be like, they're not trying to attack me. They just telling me.
And a lot of times, like we have stuff in our head that we assume, and the other person don't even know,
Yeah. So
right?
it's
Like
just
me and you
like,
were having this conversation the other day, where me and you were talking about how I think like it was the other morning. Me and you both ended up wanting to have sex, but like both of us wanted the other person to start
start it
it,
up. Yeah. Because
and like
sometimes that happens.
we ended up. I don't even remember. I think I started. I don't even remember which one of us started, but like we ended up talking about later on how both of us was like sitting there, and we might not had it, and we ended up saying that as well. No, I think we did have it, and I think you started. I think eventually you started. I think we did have it. I don't remember. Um, but that be a thing. You know what I mean? And your mind, you could be sitting there right next to each other, and y'all both want it, and then neither one of them started. Now you have
Hmm.
both in your heads like
And y'all both in y'all feelings for no
for
reason
no reason.
when y'all both want to do it.
Y'all
Like,
both want to do it, right? But your pride is like, I'm not doing it.
but then there also be moments too. Me and you had this conversation the other day where sometimes like yeah, the other person may not really feel like doing it.
We did have that the other day.
Like I wanted to, but he really didn't want to.
I was
But
still
we
sleep.
still
Like I
did
was
it.
still sleep.
Yeah, he be sleeping. I was like, no, it's time to get up so I can
Like
go back to
before we got
sleep.
right, like she wanted to do it so we could go back to sleep, and I was like, we don't get to sleep in really ever, and I was in a deep sleep, so it was like, and it wasn't like I didn't want it. It was just like
I'm sleepy.
I'm tired, like not right now, but it was just like you gotta like we did it.
Hmm.
We ended up doing it. And time, right? And we can, I guess we can be honest, right? What we say, we can be detailed without being graphic,
Hmm.
right? So like I laugh because like when we used to talk about you riding, right? Like that actually had to be a conversation, right? And remember, like you just wouldn't do it, and you'd be
Yeah, I was
like,
like,
I'm like, yo,
no, I don't want to.
why? Like, yo, what the heck is going on? Then like we had to have a talk. So I think it's important to talk about it because like we also couldn't like in the long run I would have got frustrated or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it would have been like, bro, what is going on? Like why don't we don't
Girl,
even try this? Like we don't like we just gonna have it in this one
like, what's up with
position
you?
forever. Like this is it. Like we just gonna have basic sex. So I think that it was able for us to have conversations, but then also like in that you taught me what you needed from me in order for that to happen too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, oh, okay, well, I don't mind doing that, but here's what I need from you, and like, you know,
Blah blah
like
blah.
let's just have this, or you know what I mean. But it was it. I think the big thing about when we say, you know, teaching your partner is really about being open to learning,
Yeah.
but also being open to participate in the teaching, right? Like, or in the action, right? So like you may have to support and you may have to change something that you're doing
Right.
in order to help them feel comfortable or whatever.
Yes, but it doesn't always have to be those like real, awkward conversations and just everybody getting their feelings.
Well, I think social media helps a lot too. There's so much
It
stuff on there that you can
does.
kind of use that to be like, hey, can we try this?
Yeah.
Or I would like
Social
to do
media.
this, right? So like, I think that's one easy way that you can talk about sex or like have that conversation about sex is with you can send each other a meme.
Yeah. Or you can start it off also by giving a compliment first, and then be like, I really liked blah blah
Yeah.
blah, but
Or I like it when you did
I
this.
like it when you did this more so than something like that.
How do you think that you talk to your partner about something that you want in sex without making them feel like you're comparing them to somebody else?
Oh yeah, that can be tricky. No, for real, because I it just really can be tricky, like. Cause that will really have you in the hot seat. Cause I know even myself, like I'll be like, "What?" Like I wouldn't say, "Oh, I want you." Like you definitely cannot say to somebody like, "Oh, I want you to do it like this person," or
Yeah, I
like
definitely
this.
don't think you can say that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I think
Or don't
utilizing
say,
something. Can we try this? Just
"Yeah,
I think a can we try this?
can we try this?" Or um, but don't bring it up in relation that you like.
I miss when so and so did this.
Yeah,
Like
don't do that.
you don't do,
Or
you
I'm used to
don't,
this. Or like,
yeah.
don't do
You
that.
ain't standing on no handstands like she used to do. Like what? Yeah, you can't say stuff like that.
Yeah,
So I
you
think it more
can't.
so got to be like, I think you just got to speak on what your likes are,
Right.
and it does require vulnerability because like you and your mind like and everybody knows what their likes are, right? Like because you know when you having sex and you like I wish they would go right here. Like if they could just go down a little bit further. Like if they could just hit this one spot right here, they just right there.
Yeah.
right? But instead of having that just in your head, it's like getting to that point of like, yo, you're in a relationship, and even if you're not in a relationship, you're having sex with this person.
Right. So you should be able to communicate, or say, it sounds like so cliche. I feel like a hypocrite because I came from that, like, didn't really, but you should really be able to say, hey, I really like, or hey, I really like this, but I ain't really like this one part.
Right. Or
Well,
hey, this one, like, just be able to give feedback.
yeah, not everybody likes the same thing, so you just got to be mindful of that too. Like,
And it's all okay to then. So like I think, especially like now, like we've been together for so long or whatever. Like we have conversations about like how to keep our sex life spicy.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So like you gotta have.
you gotta have foreplay for one.
I think foreplay is important. For you, it's
Like,
definitely important.
foreplay is important. I want to put that out there because I just, yeah.
I know for you, it's very important. I know you weren't saying that like as a.
No,
I know. I'm saying I know for
we
you, it's
talk
very
about it,
important.
right?
I know how you feel about it. So that's your speak for the ladies, huh?
Yeah, foreplay is important. I'm
Like let
sure.
the fellas know like foreplay is important.
Let them know that. Don't be scared because they be liking
And
to, can't just,
foreplay isn't the same for everybody. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it's things that I've learned from being with you, right? Because like what you like is what you like.
yeah.
So like
Like,
there isn't no
for me, foreplay start as setting the tone. Like, if we going out to dinner, like,
right. So like, but I think people got to be able to have that conversation or understand
mm-hmm,
that, right? Like, you know, foreplay is not just the beginner before
set, yeah. We take our
I'm
clothes
inside
off,
of
or
you, or
yeah,
like yeah, you know what I mean? Like it could be a lot more to that. It could be a lot more that's built up over that. It could be just the way I look at you. I know certain things to do for you,
right,
right? But like I think people, you got to be able to have those conversations because like sex definitely starts before the bedroom if
right.
it's good.
Yep, it does. And keyword, if it's good. So that is a big piece of advice for the ladies and the fellas. I feel like you spoke
Right. I
for the
felt like
fellas
that.
too.
And
That's a
like
big piece of advice. It starts way before the bedroom. Like, please, y'all,
it
just take
starts
that
way
in.
before the bedroom. And just understand like your partner can't meet a standard that's never communicated.
Yes.
Right? And it's okay to also like ask them what they're comfortable with. Because there's a lot of things that I can tell you 3 years ago, Marissa would have been like, no, never, never, ever, 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 ever,
I'm
ever.
like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm
And
like,
now,
no. I'm like, okay, I'll try.
right, like you gotta be, but I think also like it's into being comfortable with your partner. It's into like explore with your partner, and it's into how you have the conversation.
Yes.
Right. So like if we want to introduce new things or like if we want to try stuff, it's all in to how we have the conversation. It's never like next time we do it, you need to be doing this to me.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do
Like I saw this on Twitter, so why you don't do this? Like you don't do this. Like you need to be you need to already know to do this. Like this is a part of the like you know like it ain't.
that is be that would be crazy. But I know it's somebody that's out here really doing that though,
There's people that do that
and that's insane. Truly insane.
and don't. I don't know if people have porn addictions or not,
No,
but
people definitely have
you know
sex addictions. Period.
people have sex addictions and stuff like that too. So I think so. Let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about that. You say like some people have sex addiction, some people got porn addiction, some people got high sex drive, some people got low sex drives. So let's talk about one partner dynamics, right? So when I say that, because you got this like, what do you mean
Yeah,
by
what
that?
you mean?
So when I say that,
Because
like
I got a couple people in my head here.
one partner, I got a high sex drive and you got a low sex drive.
Oh.
Or I'm addicted to porn and I want to try all the stuff that I see in porn and you don't. You know what I mean? Like just
Mm.
different dynamics.
That's gonna be challenging, but mm, it would be challenging. I'm not going to say that. Mm,
And it don't
it
even
just
have to be. So let me ask you it. Let me ask you it like this. So I think it can be challenging if it's a consistent mindset,
yes. I was going to
right?
say if nobody is willing to, if both people are not willing to compromise and meet in the middle somewhere, it's not going to work.
So hold that thought because I got a follow up question to that if I remember it. But when I say that because like okay, the other day we had a one partner dynamic, right? But it didn't lead to no major issue. But I mean maybe because I still had that.
Right. I mean, no. I think if you would have, I would have been like, but I know we would have did it again, so it would we would have did it eventually. So
Right.
probably that night. So I probably wouldn't have been like,
So that's what I'm saying. I think that that feels a little different, right?
yeah.
That level of rejection is different.
Then like,
Consistent rejection, I don't ever want you, or like you
yeah,
always want to have sex, or like I always want to have sex and you never want to have sex, or something like that.
yeah, that's different.
That level is a different thing, right? Like, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's different, definitely, because it's not, it's just, it's not like I'm saying, like you're saying no, like at all. It's like
Right.
period, like no, we not
Or
even today.
so I wonder how, and I guess it's kind of crazy because like I think even from when you were a little schoolgirl, I think that we've always kind of had the same sex drive.
Yeah, I always think that our sex drives met. I feel like
I wonder how it would have been like if we would have been opposite in that. I don't think we really struggle there.
no, we don't. Yeah, we don't struggle
I don't
there. It
really even
don't
know
be
how to give
like
advice on that. Like, what would you do if somebody has different sex drive?
it don't
Because I
never
don't
be
even know
like
how
no.
do you
Like
tell people to compromise on that.
I don't know how it would feel if you would be like no, like you, like you use all rude too. Like no, I don't want to do it.
So, do you think most times that it's in a rude way, or do you think people are just silent?
I think it can
I
be
think
passive aggressive, and I think it could be loud too, or it more than likely. I think it starts off passive aggressive and then it gets loud.
I think it gets loud on whose part though. On the person that's getting rejected, I think they get loud.
Yeah,
I don't
because
think the
it's like, what's
rejector
going
gets
on?
loud.
Like, what is happening? Like, you gonna automatically think. Well, most of the people, the first thing you gonna think, like, are you sleeping with somebody else? Like, well, what is it? Because, like, I know
Right.
we not having sex, so
And
if
do
we
you
not,
think then? So let me ask you this. So I think this. I think an impact. If you like, it goes back to something that you said early, right? So you said one of the big things for you is sex can be emotional, right? So there could be a time where the impact can be a lower sex drive because of where you are emotionally. But
yeah,
that could be
true.
something that like me as your partner needs to be mindful of and kind of like help support you in there to kind of get back into that. But then there's another thing if like you
No reason.
consistently
Yeah, it's just like no reason. But it's like you said, that is true. If your mind is not there, things going on or something may have happened, that's of course. But if it's like nothing going on, we cool.
right.
And it's like no, 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 no. You like, well, what's going on? Like, well, what am I like?
Yeah, we
Is
ain't
it?
doing it in a
Are
minute.
you mad? Like, are you not mad? You know what I'm saying?
So I don't even know how to handle that. I mean, the only way that I could,
You just gotta talk. That's the only way you can handle it. But if the person not willing to talk is like, well, what do you do then? Like, you
right,
just gonna have to walk away from the situation. I don't know.
and that's what I think. I think the only thing you can do is just walk away. I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know.
think
You can keep
immediately. Let me
trying.
sorry.
Not immediately,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna say immediately you walk away. I do think that you at least attempt to try
To have a
and
conversation
talk.
because you trying to get to the bottom of it. Like, okay, well, why? I need to understand. Okay, you don't want to, but why not? Or what is happening that is it something I need to know? Or
Right.
like, you know,
Cause like, and I think like
it's
it
emotional.
goes
Like you
back.
say, you're gonna think, well, what if
Right,
we
because remember,
was?
like even for me, I was like, "Yo, all right." Like it goes back to like us and our situation with the ride. And I was like, "Yo, like all right, like are we okay? Like we only do this, right?"
The whole time, I didn't even know you thought like that.
Yeah, and then like
I
once we talked
didn't know
about
until
it,
just right now.
well, what you mean?
Like I didn't know that you was like, oh well. I didn't know that you felt like, well, what's going on? Like,
We talked about it because
I
then you told
mean,
me
well,
how
we
you
did,
wasn't felt comfortable and everything. We talked about this,
but it.
so I feel like you did
I
know.
didn't know that you think that thought it was like you.
I don't know if I ever thought it was me. I just more so
Oh,
was
all
like,
right. Well, I thought that's
I
what
don't
you
know
were
if I ever
saying.
took anything personal. Like it was like,
That's what I
oh,
thought
it's
you
a
meant.
Keon thing. No, I never took it like that. It was more so just
Excuse
like,
me.
girl, why this not happening? Like what
Oh
is? And then
yeah,
like we had to talk about it.
we did have that conversation.
You
I
know what I'm
thought you
saying?
meant the other
No,
what I
I
said.
don't ever think it's me, girl.
Boy, see this?
I know that
Sometimes I know it ain't me.
it ain't me. So I just think then you know what I mean. But like it could be because like at the end of the day, it's still rejection,
Yeah.
right? Because at certain times, like if you want something done, right? Like if you want oral and I'm not giving it to you, right? Then you're gonna feel a certain type of way after a while. Like what? You don't never give me no oral or something. Like what? What's your
Yeah,
steak down there or
we do
something?
we have passive aggressive funny, but it's like joking ways we bring up
Right. Like what
stuff
has
that like
happened?
yeah, like what's up with that?
Yeah. Like what's going on here? Like we don't have that. So I guess that kind of leads us into, we talked a lot about this, and really, I think for us, like the real deal is let's talk about sex, baby. Right? Like we gotta have the
Yeah,
conversation.
we gotta talk.
So I think we talk about how to start that conversation. So our main way, because of who me and you are, is this passive aggressive, like jokey type of stuff. Like you know what I mean? Or it's kind of like sometimes it's and I guess the conversations depend, right? How to start that conversation is different. It's the conversation of are we having sex, or is it the conversation of I want this during sex, right?
Hmm.
All of those kind of
It differs.
differs,
Yeah.
right? Like a so I feel like me and you are more passive aggressive and jokey around like having sex or something that hasn't happened in a while,
Yeah, more so
right?
that, but not when we need something from each
Not
other.
like we want
It's a
something or
more
we want to try
serious,
something
yeah,
new or
conversation.
anything like that, right? Like you know, we can joke like on wax days. We have a standing joke on your wax days,
Yeah.
right? Like we know what it is. Um, So I think being able to start that conversation for us, I think it just also depends on the topic. So like we kind of talked about starting sex, but like if we want something in sex or things like that, I think that there's a couple of ground rules that we have.
Yeah. I think we just bring it up nicely, first off. Like, we don't make it, start an argument. We ask questions
Mhm.
to be curious about one another.
And we don't do
Um,
it during an argument, like not while there's
no,
already
like, we don't
tension.
be like, oh,
Well,
well,
you don't do this to me when we're having
and the
sex.
last time when you licked it, it hurt.
So yeah, I think that I agree. Like being able to, you said ask questions and you said something else.
Don't try to start an argument. Like, don't bring it
No, you
up
said
in a
something else too.
way start an argument. Like,
You said something beyond that, but I don't
oh,
remember now. It's okay.
it's alright. Ask
It's okay.
questions. Be curious about each other.
I think lead with appreciation.
Yes, I said that earlier though.
That's what I think. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe you
Yeah, I
said that
said that
part earlier.
earlier. Lead it with appreciation, like way earlier though.
Yeah. But I think leading with appreciation, like you could come out with a compliment. You could come out with like what you do like, what you do enjoy.
I learned that in couples therapy. Lead in with appreciation.
Really,
Hmm.
it's worked a couple times when you've done it.
Yeah. I think
Right.
it sets the tone good because you feel good. Like when a person says, something, you're like, oh, yeah.
Right.
And then when they say something, you like, okay, I could do that. Like, I don't mind.
Right.
You
Like,
know?
oh, okay, that's a small improvement. The majority
Yeah,
of the time, you realize like all these things are small improvements anyway. You know
exactly.
what I mean? Especially like I think once you get past the like they're not attacking me part,
Yeah, you good. You like, I'm safe. I'm cool. Like,
right? And like if you feel attacked, my response back to that is always to ask more questions, right? Like you said, be curious,
yeah,
right?
ask
So like
why
if you're feeling attacked, it usually means that you're not asking enough questions or being curious enough around like, hey, what does my partner feel this way or whatever, without like it's about you or like they don't want you or something.
and taking it and internalizing and just blowing it out of proportion. But I think you also have to, make it about connection, y'all connecting and not you correcting them
Right.
or making that the focus.
Making it more about the bond.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I do think that that's important, right? Um, Using it as a moment of connection and not like I need to make you better. I need to
yeah,
improve you.
or you need to step it up.
Right. Nah, I agree with that. I agree with that heavy. I agree with that heavy.
And then I also think that it sounds crazy, but I'm gonna always say you gotta just pray. Like I believe like praying just leads connection in the relationship. Period. It'll just down to everything.
And clarity. I think
Yeah.
prayer provides clarity. So
Yes, it
sometimes like
does.
if it's not providing just a connection, it provides clarity where like it opens up your mind
It allows you
to
to relax
right.
and
It
really
allows you to kind
hear.
of be open. I think like there are conversations that you can have that can lead to you talking about everything and sex could be included and that right like there could be questions like there's a lot of times where me and you will ask each other is there anything that
Yeah, we do ask each other that. We do.
like you wish you tried or like anything that you want that you never tried before or like anything you want us to try we'll ask each other that you know what I mean so like there's a question that you asked me a lot too, like, hey, do you feel like we're still as connected lately? Like, do you feel like we connected with each other? What did we do? Like, what made you feel connected? So like that
Yeah,
helps
I
because
always
it
be asking
also
him.
that because it also
I be
makes
like, "Do
me
you feel close
reflect.
to me?" Like but I be having to make sure because
So I think
it
like
starts there.
it like helps us like want like and like because it's not a you're saying like oh we're gonna break up or nothing like that you're just like hey am I doing a good job like do you feel close
Yeah,
to me like do you feel connected do
you
you feel like we're
gotta
bonding
regain, what was it? Regain,
what was it
maintain,
maintain and grow
improve.
improve
Or
so what hold on let's look it up real
y'all,
quick
we watched this totally
Marcus
off
Wiley
topic, but we really be learning a lot of stuff, y'all. Like about relationships and everything by watching different
comedy
stuff,
specials
comedy specials, like,
comedy special we'll watch a comedy special
and it's like everything that he talked about was so true. Like you have to maintain.
so he talked about rehab
Yes.
right so and he was speaking on the definition of rehab, right? And it was like the action, process, or result. So hold on, let me see, because I really want to find. I feel like me and you saved it in our notes too. I'm trying to see.
But if y'all have some free time, please check that comedy special out. Marcus Wiley,
It was the rehab.
The Rehab,
Yeah, it was called rehab.
and it's really, really good. If you are in a relationship, even if you're single, You can still relate. Like,
Yeah, you definitely can. But I definitely agree with that. Like, have that on there. I wish I had what his thing was, but it was really good.
yeah, but it was basically just like how you have to, sometimes regain in your relationship. Things happen. You guys are gonna get into disagreements, and y'all gonna withdraw. I learned this from couples therapy. You're gonna withdraw from each other's love bank, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So you gotta regain. You gotta replenish the love bank. Then you gotta maintain, and then you gotta improve. I think the last one was improve,
I
but
think it was improved too.
then you gotta improve, and it happens over time. It's not a
It's a
quick
revolving
process,
circle.
but yeah, it's constantly revolving, constantly
Yeah, it's a
changing.
revolving circle. I feel like it's one of
So,
those revolving circles.
because it's always going to be something to, we constantly grow individually as people. So we're not going to always like the same things. Like when I turned 35, I could not like something that you do anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't find it funny.
It's a lot of stuff. We change. They say you as a person change every five
I mean,
years.
think about it, how long we know each other. I'm definitely not the same person that you met at Braywood.
Right. And they say you as a person you change every 5 years.
Right.
Right. So what your love languages are could change everything
Your desires, your sexual desires, that could change too. Things change. Things don't work the same no more as you get older.
as you get older. It just be different.
So it's all the parts.
So I think that all in all, sex should be a collaboration, a partnership, and not a
Yes.
test.
No, it shouldn't make you feel like, oh, I failed,
Yeah,
or if you did bad,
I'm doing bad. I'm a horrible person. Like I'm not going to succeed. Like it should be more about, hey, like we can
working
still get
together.
better.
Yep.
We're working together. Or hey, you did really good here. Here's how we can improve that. My questions to the audience is, and we'll clip these out and have these out on
Oh,
all the
yep.
social media channels. But one of my questions is, what is the hardest part about talking? What is the hardest part of talking about sex with your partner? Right, and I'm telling y'all, like it was really hard for me and Marissa at first to like talk about sex, especially like Marissa is like this awkward person, so like things can make her be like, oh, like we're not supposed to talk about that, and I'm like, why aren't we? Yes, we are. So I want to hear from you guys, right? What's the hardest part about talking about sex with your partner? And let me know. Like I would love to hear that from the fans.
Yes. And I want to ask you guys, have you ever avoided the conversation? Like, are you like me and you've been the avoider in the situation, or what?
And then I do want to go back to that rapid fire question. I kind of want to hear more from the fans on that one. Is sexual compatibility built or found? Right? Like, is it real or, do you build that?
Right.
Right? Like, is it automatic? Is it built? So, is sexual compatibility built or found?
Yes. But, sex isn't about being perfect, it's about being honest.
I agree. I think like you gotta be able to be honest and you gotta be able to be real because like I said, like we all have it. We all know in our minds what we want, right? Like we all sitting there in that moment like I wish that they would
Do
just do
you
this
this or
or I wish that they would do that or like they need to stay right here. Like that felt so good. Why'd they change it? Like just talk about it, right? So I think that, comfortability, it doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen over time. It doesn't happen automatically. I think it happens with conversations and like being able to talk about things, right? Because in the end, if we don't, I could be mad that you still don't ride me. You can still feel uncomfortable riding.
right.
You know
Or
what I
we can
mean?
just
Where
work
like now
together.
is one of our favorite things.
Right.
We done flipped it around and everything. So I'm just saying,
Very true. So it's progress.
progress, one step at a time.
Yep.
So thank y'all for being with us Thank you for coming back to another season in the Boom Boom Room. Y'all see, we made it back to the
Yes.
couch,
We talking about boom
right?
boom and in the boom
We
boom
talking about
room.
Boom Booming in the Boom Boom Room. So we thank y'all. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Holla at us. We definitely plan on being back 2 weeks for season two.
Yes.
Every 2 weeks for season two. So hold us to it. That's our goal. We're going to drop and you're going to see us. You're going to see SMG Studios. Shout out to Pablo, who is behind the scenes for us and making sure that we can
Yes.
bring this podcast to you wherever you catch your podcast. And if I have not already told you, I always wait to the end. I need to start saying this at the beginning, but make sure that you subscribe, and follow. Make sure that you hit that subscribe link. I'm gonna have Pablo edit this and move this to the front of the episode. Nah, I'm just joking with y'all, but thank you for hollering at us. It's your boy Keon, KD So Ambitious.
And it's Marissa, that girl underscore Marissa. And make sure y'all not only subscribe, you like, you comment, you share it with a friend. They share it with a friend, share it with a family member, share it with your coworkers, whoever.
And use this to spark some conversations with your partner about
With your
sex,
man,
baby. Go ahead
your
and
lady.
talk. Go ahead and talk to your lady about sex and
It's about
what
to
you
be
want.
Valentine's Day.
You know what I mean? It's the perfect time. We're gonna drop this on Valentine's Day for you, just like
Yeah.
we did last year. First episode, season two, is Valentine's Day. Go have
So
sex,
y'all can keep
baby.
it spicy.
Keep it spicy. So during date night tonight for Valentine's Day, you done listen to Marquee Unfiltered during the day. You got date night tonight. The conversation of choice, sex. Right? I just gave y'all a couple of different questions to ask your
And then
partner.
y'all have a lot of little bees running around, little Scorpio babies.
Right? If you don't have a way to start it, right? Because you listen to this whole podcast, I'll give you two questions that you can ask your partner, right? Maybe even three. But one, is there anything that you've never tried that you want to try? We can try it tonight, baby. I'm feeling spicy. It's Valentine's, right? And if not, you can ask another question. What makes you feel most desired? I ask Marissa that all the time. What turns you on, babe? How do I make you feel wanted? What make you hot? Or just ask something simple. What makes you feel most connected to me?
Yeah.
Right? So be able to
Talk about
have
it
those
over then.
conversations. Talk about it over dinner. Right? Talk about sex tonight. Talk about what y'all want to do tonight
And then go
sexually.
execute
And be comfortable talking about sex. It's okay.
and go improve.
Go and improve. Until next time, keep it real, keep it raw, keep it unfiltered. Holla at us. Thank you. And we out.
Cut.